Tonight, San Diego Pride officials are reacting after a string of possible hate crimes. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. San Diego police say 4 of the 5 pellet gun attacks happened outside LGBTQ bars over the weekend. CBS 8's Shannon Handy is following the investigation.
This all happened early Saturday morning. San Diego police say someone fired a pellet gun out of their vehicle, targeting bars here in Hillcrest, another one in North Park, and a couple walking in Old Town.
Surveillance footage shows a car driving through Hillcrest shortly after midnight Saturday morning. Someone in the back of what police describe as a newer black vehicle starts shooting at people in front of several bars. In all, 3 people were hit, including one person in the eye.
I'm seeing someone hold what looks like an AK-47 out of a window, and everyone's ducking, and then suddenly I get hit directly in the eye.
Eddie Reynoso works at Rich's nightclub. It's one of 4 LGBTQ bars targeted. According to San Diego police, the shooter fired gel pellets at the Rail, #1 in Rich's nightclub in Hillcrest. They also hit Peck's Bar in North Park, as well as a man walking with his wife in Old Town. The bar shootings are considered possible hate crimes.
It was alarming, but not all that surprising.
Jen LaBarbera is an interim co-director of Pride San Diego. Nationally, FBI statistics show hate crimes against the LGBTQ community have been on the rise. In 2022, attacks based on gender identity were up 32.9% compared to the year before. Crimes based on sexual orientation were up 13.8%. LaBarbera says San Diego is no exception.
Our community is not a stranger to being targeted by violence, whether that is intentionally because of who we are or whether this was not actually hate motivated. We don't have that answer yet.
San Diego Pride has reached out to everyone impacted by Saturday's attacks to ensure they're okay. So far, no arrests have been made. San Diego police tell CBS 8 its Western Division has added additional patrols to the Hillcrest area and will continue doing so in the coming days. With Pride less than 2 months away, LaBarbera says this highlights the need for safety, which has always been their main priority. So is taking a stand against violence of any kind.
The intention was to create fear, to instill fear in our community and the folks that are frequenting these places. And my message is just that we are not going to be afraid. We are not going to be cowed. We are not going to be any less proudly queer, trans, non-binary than we are every single day.
If you have any information about Saturday's attacks, you are urged to call San Diego Police. Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
Thanks, Shannon. A collision between 2 pickup trucks on the 15 freeway in North County killed one of the drivers. The CHP says a Chevy Silverado and a Ford F-150 crashed this morning in the northbound lanes just south of Deer Springs Road. The driver of the Silverado was killed when the truck rolled over several times. A passenger in the Silverado is expected to be okay. The driver of the Ford was not hurt. The CHP is asking for any witnesses to please come forward. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
A TikTok influencer accused of killing his estranged wife and her friend in an East Village apartment took the stand today in his own defense.
Ali Abulaban admits he shot and killed Anna Abulaban and Ray Barron back in 2021, but says she drove him over the edge with physical and verbal abuse. CBS 8's Steve Price joins us in studio with details from today's testimony. Steve?
Marcelo and Carlo, the day started off with Ali Abulaban talking about an abusive childhood and ended with him in tears as he listened to one of he and Anna's last fights.
We were getting worse.
Ali Abulaban says his marriage to Anna started going downhill fast when they moved to San Diego. It was also a life filled with partying. Ali saying he tried cocaine for the first time here in San Diego.
I remember saying to myself, I wish I could feel like this all the time. Anxiety-free, I'm confident, I'll talk to anybody.
Abulaban on the stand for his double murder trial, accused of killing his estranged wife Anna and her friend Ray Barron, and he admitted to physically assaulting her multiple times.
I rolled on top of Anna and I began punching her.
Where did you punch her?
In her face.
Jurors also saw a video where Abulaban slammed her head into the end of a bed.
I was outside.
Outside doing what?
I was outside smoking my joint. No, don't. All right, now you want to do that. Okay, now you're going to hurt me.
Abulaban, known to his nearly 1 million TikTok followers as Jin Kid, testified that the violence usually surrounded her alleged infidelity in their marriage.
This is not healthy, man.
You're not helping.
Abulaban admitted that he regularly used cocaine and was usually high during their arguments, especially the ones that turned violent.
She tried to, get past me. I tried to block it, and eventually I pushed her, and she hit her face on the fridge.
Abulaban said he tried to make the marriage work, but Anna just wanted to party with her friends and put him down.
She would start saying things to me like, I don't need you. You don't for my life. Everything we have, I got it. It's from me. I don't need you. I don't need you. And that's very, that hurts.
Abulaban also testified about his childhood, saying his father was both physically and verbally abusive. The day ended with him in tears as Abulaban and jurors listened to a long audio recording of one of their last fights before the murders.
I treated you like a kid.
Why are you abusing me now?
Yeah, because you hurt me, man. You hurt me all the time. And you continuously hurt me.
And Abulaban will be back on the stand tomorrow and is expected to testify about the day of the murders. The judge said closing arguments should start on Friday.
Steve, we saw Ali Abulaban on the stand today, calm, even crying at times. A very different version of him than the one that was shown to us by prosecutors.
And it's going to be interesting, Carlo, to see what happens tomorrow when cross-examination starts, because you can bet that they are going to try to push those buttons to try to get him to show jurors that other side that they were trying to show. But you're right. He's an actor. He does the TikTok videos, and he was very calm today and very convincing.
Well, he takes the stand and continues that, and with the cross-examination, we'll have to see what happens. Thanks so much, Steve.
Sure. Thanks, Steve.
Southwestern College is celebrating a big milestone in the construction of a new education complex. All of the walls and windows went up today. School officials signed a steel bar that will be going on top of the new building. The complex will feature a university center and a planetarium. Officials say it is partnered with universities like Arizona State and San Diego State so it can offer bachelor's degrees to students.
It actually bridges the opportunity for our local students, our community members, that either it's difficult for them to go to San Diego State University, to go to UCSD. They can actually now get a bachelor's degree here.
The complex is expected to be completed next year.
Tonight, the Helix Water District in East County is trying to figure out how to pay for more than 100 zero-emission vehicles. The utility has to transition from a gas-powered fleet of mostly pickups and heavy-duty trucks to comply with state regulations. The Helix Water District says a top concern is whether rates would go up because of the requirement, pointing out that most of its customers are low income. 100% of vehicle purchases at local and state government agencies are required to be zero emission by January of 2027. Meantime, gas prices keep dropping here in San Diego County, and the trend could continue nationwide. The Biden administration is announcing the release of 1 million barrels of gasoline from a Northeast reserve to help lower prices during the busy summer travel season. Here in San Diego County, tonight, the average price is $5.18 a gallon. That's down 8 cents from a week ago. The national average tonight is $3.60.
The world-famous Blue Angels, made up of U.S. Navy and Marine Corps service members, are flying onto IMAX movie screens this week.
CBS 8's Brian White joined a couple of flight leaders as well as military veterans from the Warrior Foundation for a showing of the movie in Mira Mesa.
The world-renowned Blue Angels experienced on the big screen like never before.
First time you take off, you gotta push the I believe button.
Pulling moviegoers into the cockpit for a breathtaking look at these daring maneuvers.
When you're flying 12 inches apart, everybody's lives are in each other's hands.
Nearly 100 active duty and retired service members and volunteers associated with Warrior Foundation Freedom Station saw a screening of the film at the Regal Edwards Cinema in Mira Mesa.
So excited, I cannot wait. Not anybody can be in these jets doing what they do, so this is going to be the closest we can get to it.
Two former flight leaders with the Blue Angels made guest appearances and shared their takes on the movie.
I mean, it's really, really visceral, accurate.
You're going to feel like, oh man, this is what it's like.
Retired U.S. Navy Captain Gil Rude was a Blue Angels flight leader in the late 80s. I asked him how intense it is to perform these maneuvers.
Yes, it's very intense. But let me tell you this, if you can land on an aircraft carrier, you can be a Blue Angel. We're just the lucky guys that actually got to do it.
Retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral Pat Moneymaker was also a flight leader. I asked him what all goes into the training.
You start gradually. You don't jump in and play 6 aircraft close together. You start with 2, go to 4, and then go to 6. So it's a stepped function, and they give you time to get used to it.
The Blue Angels Foundation has supported Warrior Foundation for 9 years, raising more than $900,000 for their transitional housing programs for medically retired service members.
Ready, roll hat.
The last day to catch the movie in IMAX theaters is Thursday, at which point it'll be available on Amazon Prime Video. In Mira Mesa, Brian White, CBS 8.
Still jealous you got to go up.
Oh, it's still surreal. I got to go up a couple summers ago, and it's incredible. And I was just trying to, make sure that I didn't lose my lunch, but the precision.
It's amazing.
And then to fly so close together, like he was saying, it's just incredible. And I think you're going to want to see it in IMAX, because I don't think that on your home TV, Amazon Prime is not going to be the same.
Love seeing who they're honoring and love seeing where that money was going.
Yeah.
Still ahead, a local church loses its insurance coverage, and the company says it's because of what satellite images showed.
Plus, why the LAPD is now investigating the death of Friends star Matthew Perry.
We had a lot of sunshine in the forecast for today. Even saw that by the morning hours, but will tomorrow be the same? All those details are coming up.
And a viral post claims the state of California has spent $11 billion on a high-speed rail with very little to show for it. Up next, we verify.